Welcome, dear friends, to the enchanting world of words, the Millennium Library. Here, memories take us back to warm nights where grandmothers and mothers wove the most wonderful tales. Our only wish now is for you to listen, to dive deep into the heart of the stories that shaped our minds and souls. We have embarked on this unique project, the Millennium Library, to gather for you a treasure trove of timeless novels and stories, and present them to you with voices full of warmth and sweetness. It is a legacy we are creating together between humanity and artificial intelligence to remain a testament to the power of words and the magic of storytelling throughout the ages. We hope you find in it what delights your souls and enriches your imagination. If this work touches your hearts, we would be delighted if you share it with your loved ones. And remember, your support lies in liking this segment and leaving your comments which illuminate our path. We are here to grow by you and with you. With sincere regards from the Millennium Library. King Harold's Wedding. It had taken King Harold 10 years to fight so many battles. And all that time he had not cut his hair or combed it. Now he was feasting one day at an earl's house. Many people were there. "How is it, friends?" Harold said. "Have I kept my vow?" His friends answered, "You have kept your vow. There is no king but you in all Norway." "Then I think I will cut my hair," the king laughed. So he went and bathed and put on fresh clothes. Then the earl cut his hair and beard, and combed them, and put a gold band about his head. Then he looked at him and said, "It is beautiful, smooth and yellow." And all people wondered at the beauty of the king's hair. "I will give you a new name," the earl said. "You shall no longer be called Shockhead. You shall be called Harold Hairfair." "It is a good name," everybody cried. Then Harold said, "But I have another thing to do now. Guthorm, you shall take the same message to Gyda that you gave 10 years ago." So Guthorm went and brought back this answer from Gyda: "I will marry the king of all Norway." So when the wedding time came, Harold rode across the country to the home of Gyda's father, Eric. Many men followed him. They were all richly dressed in velvet and gold. For 3 nights they feasted at Eric's house. On the next night, Gyda sat on the cross bench with her women. A long veil of white linen covered her face and head and hung down to the ground. After the mead horns had been brought in, Eric stood up from his high seat and went down and stood before King Harold. "Will you marry Gyda now?" he asked. Harold jumped to his feet and laughed. "Yes," he said, "I have waited long enough." Then he stepped down from his high seat and stood by Eric. They walked about the hall. Before them walked thralls carrying candles. Behind them walked many of King Harold's great earls. 3 times they walked around the hall. The third time they stopped before the crossbench. King Harold and Eric stepped upon the platform where the crossbench was. Eric gave a holy hammer to Harold, and it was like the hammer of Thor. Harald put it upon Gyda's lap, saying, "With this holy hammer of Thor's, I, Harald, King of Norway, take you, Gyda, for my wife." Then he took a bunch of keys and tied it to Gyda's girdle, saying, "This is the sign that you are mistress of my house." After that, Eric called out loudly, "Now, our Harald, King of Norway, and Gyda, daughter of Eric, man and wife." Then thralls brought meat and drink in golden dishes. They were about to serve it to Gyda for the bride's feast, but Harald took the dish from them and said, "No, I will serve my bride." So he knelt and held the platter. When he did that, his men shouted. Then they talked among themselves, saying, "Surely Harald never knelt before. It is always other people who kneel to him." When the bride had tasted the food and touched the mead horn to her lips, she stood up and walked from the hall. All her women followed her, but the men stayed and feasted long. On the next morning at breakfast, Gyda sat by Harald's side. Soon the king rose and said, "Father-in-law, our horses stand ready in the yard. Work is waiting for me at home and on the sea. Lead out the bride." So Eric took Gyda by the hand and led her out of the hall. Harald followed close. When they passed through the door, Eric said, "With this hand I lead my daughter out of my house and give her to you, Harald, son of Halfdan, to be your wife. May all the gods make you happy." Harald led his bride to the horse and lifted her up and set her behind his saddle and said, "Now this Gyda is my wife." Then they drank the stirrup horn and rode off. "Everything comes to King Harald," his men said, "wife and land and crown and victory in battle. He is a lucky man." Conclusion of our journey. And so, we reach the conclusion of our journey for today, within the unending worlds of words and the never folding pages of knowledge. We have spent an enjoyable and beneficial time together within the embrace of Millennium Library, where voices meet tales and a new cultural legacy is forged. We hope you have enjoyed every moment and delved deeply into the dimensions of the story or novel we presented to you. Always remember that this grand edifice, Millennium Library, is the result of a unique collaboration between human creativity and the profound depth of artificial intelligence. Our goal is to enrich your ears and minds with the treasures of world literature and to make knowledge accessible to everyone, while preserving the ownership rights of Millennium Library for this distinctive production. Don't forget to follow us and activate the notification bell to receive all new content. And share this podcast with everyone around you, for knowledge is light, and together we illuminate the paths. Until we meet again in a future episode and a new literary adventure, may you be in the care and keeping of Allah, and within the realm of immortal words. Millennium Library, where tales are embodied, knowledge is narrated, and creativity is immortalized.